Hello everyone, welcome to Real Estate Talk, our very first episode. So, a quick introduction about this show. This show is powered by Luxury Prime Properties. The idea here is sharing our real estate experience so you don't get to make the same mistakes we made as a company, and also you also get to maximize your money making opportunities. Whether you're in it commercially or you're in it just to get that house of your dream, that space of your dream, and share our general experiences as a business, as people doing business rather in real estate. So once again, welcome to Luxury Prime. Just for all the formalities, we'll introduce ourselves and we'll get going. I'll start with myself. My name is Ikechi Puwazutubuke. I'm the CFO of Luxury Prime Properties. And everyone will get to introduce themselves and we'll move ahead. Thank you.
So I'm Edi Samuel, the CEO of Luxury Prime Properties, and I'm present here.
Hi guys, my name is Vite Emmanuel and I'm the CEO of Luxury Prime Properties.
Thank you. So we'll move on. So forgive all of the informalities you've seen in this show. We want to make it as casual as possible. Think of this as a roundtable talk amongst friends talking about something they are very passionate about. Real estate is our passion, it's something we live, something we breathe, it's something that makes us want to cry as men. So it's something we love so much, something dear to us. So, and we'll talk in that tone, you get to see all of that, and you get to see all of our humor and all of that. So, and that said, we will be beginning a series of talks we'll be doing, lucrative real estate investment opportunities in Nigeria, all of the ways you could make money doing real estate in Nigeria from our personal experience as a company. So that's the standpoint we are coming from. So today we'll be talking about land banking. There's also land flipping, joint ventureship development, and short letting services. Those are the 4 points we'll be talking about in the next 4 weeks. But today, our talk will be on land banking. So, the boss, Mr. Samuel, please, I don't know, just give an overview of what land banking is from your personal experience.
Okay, good day everyone. Land banking, I think it's something that we are all familiar with. It's because mostly it's what real estate companies do in this part of the world, in Nigeria. So land banking basically is getting land in a location for a cheap price, maybe possibly from the real estate company, not just from the real estate company. You can be acquiring the land on your own. It's still land banking if you're actually acquiring that property to maybe sell at a future date or so. Maybe you see a location, for example, in Lagos, we have Ibejuleki where Dangote actually cited for his refinery then. So when he cited that place for his refinery, normally you will know that okay, if there's a refinery going to be built there in the next 5 years or 6 years, this land that you are going to acquire from this place is actually going to amount to something big. And many people have made so much from actually buying land in that area. Because I remember last 2 years, I actually got the land there for, I think it was 2 million naira. The land, it's not a big piece, just for 2 million naira. But now selling that land, you can't sell it even 6 million. And that's just 2 years. Why? Because of that refinery that is going there. So that's what land banking is. You take advantage of development in an area, you get the land, and you keep it for a particular period of time, and you get to sell off and make good profits. But people do buy it from real estate company most times because when you want to sell those properties, you don't have to pass through the headache of maybe looking for buyers or so. Mostly, the real estate company actually buy those properties for you, or they get people that buys it from you. So that's why people go to real estate company, and also based on maybe land issues, you can buy land from someone that sells you a fake land and all. So, but real estate companies,
7 person buying the same plot.
exactly. We've seen that a lot. We have to buy land twice sometimes before we have to find, a big solution for that. So that's why people go through companies like ours, so that they feel safe. It makes them feel safe. So that's basically what land banking is all about.
Yeah, I think that explains generally what land banking is. He said it all. I don't know, Mr. Emmanuel, you could just throw in some more light, and let's just juggle this thing and get to move on to other parts of it. Thank you very much.
Some persons use land banking, or should I say, take land banking as their business.
Okay.
I can remember growing up, there's a couple of our big uncles then that got a couple of land. I remember somewhere around April 2010, one of my uncle got land.
In Abuja?
Yeah, in Abuja. He got land, and I don't think he bought that land up to $1 million or something, but selling that land was something else, because over the years, as development tends to cover those, should I say, villages or bushes that we were seeing back then. Now, going back to look at those places, there are no more bushes, there are cities. And then having to get land from a village then, or should I say from a bush then, and selling now, it's really something heavy. And I think land banking is very, very lucrative and something I would like to advise anybody to do. Every time I say I'm into land banking, I have a couple of plans here in Abuja also. So land banking is really getting up to stage.
And even there was a time my dad actually bought the land. I don't know if you know something.
Yes, I think I've heard about this. I think it's around Wari.
Yeah, Wari area.
Yes.
So the time my dad got the land there, the man dissected his house currently. He actually bought it in for how much? I think 100,000. And it's 100 by 50. That should be around I think over 1,000 square meters of land. It's actually a big land. And now going to buy that kind of land there, you should be holding maybe 10 million or thereabouts. So a land you bought for 100,000.
That's even because it's boring.
Exactly, that's because imagine having that kind of land maybe in Apple, or I'm not even talking about somewhere maybe, I'm not talking about Guzape itself, because at that time Guzape was huge.
Yes.
Guzape just took barely 6 years to develop. So land banking is something that I think one should go into if I were advised. So that's just.
I remember one of my friends, he got a land that can pay me. I think that was around 12, 10,000. So now people are doing that. People are paying about 350 million naira for that land. And he got that land for, I think it's 30 million. And people are paying about 350. How many percent investment is that?
That's crazy. It's crazy. And I tell people, if you are looking for a place where you don't have to think about making money, you don't have to do all of the maths that is involved with doing the business. Just get a good land that you know is yours and have all the paperwork to it and go and see. Come back and you will always make money. Just give it time, you'll always make money. I think that's what actually this show is about. We'll be talking about all of the ways how to do this, how to juggle this land banking thing, and then not get to make mistakes. So we'll be moving on to talk about, let's say, let's assume, I know all of what we're talking about, but let's assume, okay, I walk into the office today and I have some money and I walk to your office, or I meet you and I tell you, okay, I want to do land banking. I have some money, I want to go about it. And let's say you want to walk me through it, all of the baby steps, and then take me by the hand and help me get one, and procure the land, eventually help me buy it and keep it to the point where I get to sell it. And I walk up to you generally. So I wanted to speak in that terms. Someone walks into the office, to their office, and he needs help with, let's say, sourcing a land for land banking. What would you advise?
For me, I think you have to, first of all, I'll ask you the location you want to bank, you want to get the land from, because that really matters. So, you need to check the location you're actually getting your land from. But basically in Abuja, almost everywhere you can actually do land banking, because so many places are developing. But you need to know the specific areas that you don't need to wait so long to actually benefit from those.
That's time frame, I think.
Exactly.
Time frame is an important part of that. Exactly. And also let's talk about, you said the location, but how about budget? Because if I tell you I want a place in Katapi, let's say Katapi extension. So obviously,
I think as the location differs, so price differs also.
Yeah.
So you can't get same size of land for a particular price in maybe Katapi or because I can expect to get the same price and same size of land somewhere in Ubi.
Sorry for cutting short. I just want to chip in something. What if the client, let's say the client who has a budget of say 5 million, let's use 5 million and the minimum as a budget. So what locations would be you think you would advise off the bat, locations you would think of 5 million naira to get decent piece to do let's say duplex or standalone duplex in Abuja?
Yeah, as it stands right now, with the way Abuja is structuring and all that, I think 5 billion to get a piece of land maybe between 400 to 450 square meters. I get that in Idu or maybe as speak right now.
Idu and Dubai obviously are good locations.
Another location I think is going to go back. I know Dubai is going to be very long because of the sectionality is actually going on in Dubai.
Yeah.
So once that is done, I think it will be very be on the high price.
Hotspots.
So another location I'm looking at is Bitama 2. That's the Fape site. So just mapped out for development. The government just mapped out that area. So it's just be like Uzape then when it was mapped out. So I think that's a good location.
Yeah, Fape is obviously a good location because there's no too many work going on there. And you get good pieces selling for cheap there. But people don't get to see some of these things. You just see it as Fape. That's a suburb area, it's not really all of that. So I think Papi, Igwe, and then what other locations? Bora too. Wow, Bora is a cool place. Bora, I think that's where they have the locations.
Yeah, that's what.
Yes. Bora is a cool place. Bora is very good. So those are 4 locations on a 5 million naira budget. You could actually get, I think for Apple too, there are areas in Gudu. Yes. Good. I think. How about life camp?
Life camp is. You can get that life camp though because they have some new regions.
Yeah,
I think
Cafe,
and all that.
Yeah.
So you can get
So the thing is, they are inexhaustible. we actually start digging out. I think we'll dig out more locations where one could get a good plot on the 5 million budget. So sourcing for the land, let me just add, I think if for someone who doesn't have any experience, the best thing would be to work to a business that is registered, that you trust, and help them do that for you. I wouldn't advise on agents because sometimes they can be very, very, very sketchy about all of that. Working to a company, having a company, unless it's an agent you trust, possibly working to a company like Luxury Prime and getting help to help you source out property would be one easy way for someone who doesn't have experience.
That would be the best way.
The best way for someone who doesn't have experience. But if you have that level of experience and you think it's something you can handle by yourself, then it's better you do it yourself because you save a lot of not really a lot of money, but you get to experience it and see some things firsthand. When you get the plots by yourself, you get to learn it. You get to learn a lot of things. But you need to know. You need to know what you're doing.
They should not let using their money again.
No, I'm talking of someone who has an experience doing real estate. That said, another point I want us to talk about is paperwork. The paperwork, which I think back then when we started, we made a lot of mistakes with paperwork, doing searches, and all of that, and we have to learn with our money. So I don't know, we could talk about the paperwork. Let's say you want to acquire a land. Okay, I've seen this plot, I like this plot, this 500 square meter plot for 5 million naira. Let's say a place like in Abuja, and I want to. What would you advise? What should be the first step to do? What would be the first step? What should I ask for? What paperwork should I ask for? And what makes a lot of sense, and what should be a red flag for a paperwork? Thank you.
So basically, I think one thing you should do is actually do a window search of the property you want to get.
What's a window search?
A window search is just like maybe you know someone in the ages, you can just send them the owner of the land should give you the papers of the land. Not really can give you a copy of it. That's maybe a soft copy of the paper of the land. The TDB also.
What's a TDB?
The TDB is it just shows you the layout of the land. It's been given to you by the government when you acquire those papers. So you just get those papers of the land and you send it to someone in ages to actually do a quick search for you. If the name is existing, if the plot is existing or not. Because there's a property we actually got at the way then, and we didn't actually. No, not is that Samunwe?
Apple One.
That should be Apple One. Yeah. And so we got that property and we didn't really do a lot of search on it. Thank God we decided to actually do a search when we were already moving into the site. We said we should just do a proper search of it, and we discovered that paper is fake because it's not existing in any records on ages and in the FCD record. So it's very important to do this because anybody can give you papers, but when you do the proper search, you get to know whether okay, this is the actual owner of the land or it's just a fake paper they're giving you. So that's the first step. You do a window search. After doing a window search, when you have concluded that okay, this is the property I want, what you just need to do is okay, take the original copy of the document. Mostly you have to go to the owner of the property. But if you're not with the owner, you have to go with the owner will have to send someone to represent him, and that person will have to come along with an ID card a national ID card, a means of identity to ages, and they are going to scan the original document to make sure that it's actually valid and it was the original document that was allocated to the plot owner. Once that has been done, I think you can actually buy the property. You won't have any issue.
I think that's quite realistic. Also, to talking of things like what paperwork should be a go-go. Is it an RFO, CFO, deed of assignment, and let's just take them apart piece by piece and talk about each of these paperworks. What should fly if you want to acquire a land?
It depends. Like, if you're acquiring from a real estate company, then you definitely you won't get an RO or a CFO.
Yeah,
Because
honestly,
it's actually a joint ownership. You own that land with other people, not just you.
yeah.
And so you have to get the deed of assignment from that company.
Yes.
Yes, basically when you're paying first, maybe if you're making a down payment, if they have a payment plan, they give you the provisional deed of assignment.
Okay.
So after that, when you're done with your completion and all, then they give you the deed of assignment. That covers everything. And they give you a copy of the RFO or the CFO, not the original copy, but a copy of it. Real estate company have already gone through the ethics of doing the search and then on, so you don't need to stress yourself. But you can still do a search if you want to.
I think that covers it all. That covers it all. It's like,
I think buying land from a registered real estate company is best for me, because there are situations whereby the name on the maybe the RO or CFO will be different from the name on the deed of power of attorney. Sorry, I remember one time I had one issue. That the CFO is kind of different name and the power of attorney is kind of another name. All these are things that don't supposed to go in place.
yeah.
Because with the power of Anton not complying with the CFO, the RO, it tends to bring issues in the near future.
Yeah, that's
But I think having a complete document with a particular name, one name,
yeah.
should be best.
Yeah.
So buying, and I would advise, buying land should be best buy from a registered real estate company.
Yeah, that's actually good. But I would say if you want to go about it yourself, you should get help from get legal help from someone who knows his way legally around, a lawyer who knows his way around Nigerian property law, not just knowing his way, who has a lot of experience with how to juggle such paperwork, because things actually happen. People acquire property from people, and which I think is what happened in that case, where there are different names on several documents. They can actually be, although it's complicated, it could actually be resolved, but that would be with the help of someone who has experience with property laws in that jurisdiction, if it's Nigeria where we're shooting from, someone who has actual experience doing that. I think that wouldn't be a problem. And if you're doing it with a company that's registered, they also have a legal team, so you wouldn't have to worry about all of that. So long as you can trust them and you know, okay, this company is registered, it's not some company doing some sketchy stuff somewhere. So I think that should be just about the paperwork. I think we've actually spoken a lot today. Before we wrap it all up, I would like us to talk about valuing a property for land banking. When are you paying too much? When are you paying just enough? Because like anyone who is watching this will understand with investment, the idea of investment is to buy an asset that is undervalued and selling it for more, buying it when it's for cheap and selling it for more. That's the math with anything investment on any level, wherever you're doing it. You're doing it in the real estate market, you're doing it in the stock market, you're doing it in the foreign exchange market, wherever you're doing investment, the idea is to buy for cheap and sell for more. So, which brings us to value the property. What are the things to look out for when you want to acquire a property? Let's say they take you to a blue forest. I tell you, this will be the next big place in Lagos or in Abuja or in Port Harcourt. What should you look out for? Or if you are not in it for a very long time, and you are in it to do it for 5 years, 3 years, what are the things to look out for? You guys should help me. Or help us.
I think one thing you should check is in properties, the price of the value of properties around the area you are actually acquiring a property. Okay. I think that should be the first thing you should actually check, because some people can overprice properties. Especially in Abuja.
Anyone would want to buy. If I have a property and I know you have money, you're willing to give me everything.
Yeah, that's why you need a consultant, though, like a good real estate company that can actually get that done for you. But aside that, I think you need to check the value of other properties there. You know, if somebody is telling you that his property is going for 150 million, you check others. Okay, this person is saying his own is going for 60 million. Then you should know that normally, okay, this property is overvalued. Another thing is that you can even call, there are people who value properties. They can,
estate value.
yes, estate value, and they can actually come into that property and give you the actual value of the property based on, they would have done those studies of checking for the pricing of properties around and all, so that you don't go through that headache. I think that's the first thing and the best thing that you need to do before acquiring the property. So you don't need to get the property for a high price and selling it to be a problem. Maybe in the next 2 years, that's when you got to the price you want it for.
That would be sad. Also, too, I'm talking of let's break it down to someone who don't want to, maybe you want to acquire, let's say, 20 million, 5 million property, and let's say a piece of land, in a place that is just developing. There are no properties around for you to do relative analysis of cost analysis of, okay, these people are selling for this, and this is selling for more. Then obviously this is overpriced. For someone who okay, when they are that environment where you could do that relative analysis is, let's say, not available, what other things would one look out for to know that, okay, this property would actually be a hot spot in the future?
I think you should look at possibly the planning of the city.
Okay.
That's Abuja has a master plan.
Yeah.
And if you can check the master plan, you should know, okay, there are some people that knows the development of how the master plan. I think we're in phase 2 of development in Abuja master plan.
Yeah.
So you should know the development. Okay, where are they moving into next?
Yeah.
Is this the location? Will this be part of the location that we're moving into the next 3 years?
I think that information is not available for just the regular job who wants to get into it. You have to need professional help.
Yes, you need to ask someone for that. And another thing you can also check is the things around. Yes, the infrastructure there.
I actually wanted us to talk about that, but I didn't want to just say it. I wanted the discussion to bring us there. And it's quite good we're there now, like things like road access, power, and okay, other things too, like how close is it to the city, what amenities are around, what other developments. You spoke of Bejuleki earlier, and one of the things why that's making Bejuleki having a land bubble, like some would say, is I think it's the refinery that's coming up around there. That refinery is giving it a lot of traction because it's going to come on with a lot of developments. I think, like for Lugo, you also mentioned the Centenary City, which has an amazing plan coming. And if we have a city like that in Lugo, the value of real estate, obviously, around that area will see, I wouldn't say skyrocket, but it's going to go up in value significantly. I think that's with it with infrastructure. That's me just giving my own opinion. I think that covers all the tips for poverty and valuation. We'll be wrapping it up here now. There are actually lots you could actually learn, and we could actually talk about with land banking and buying for less and selling for more. We'll just call it a day today for our show today. See you guys next week.